many, many people that run these businesses every day. And if somebody asked them, at their favorite restaurant, how's things going? They'd be like, we're great, right? We don't even know that the whole world's about to collapse around us. So they don't know a lot of cases. And so the ability to call out a couple of these things that you use as anecdotes or that you use in your marketing or the way that you talk to people can be significantly impactful on their impression, because you want them to walk away with an idea of you. Like, think about the clients you help and the way they perceive you afterwards. They're like, how did I ever survive without her? I mean, we thought we were doing okay, maybe. And then, oh my God, X months later, she's left. And right. So you have to call out that know-how in a way that really rises to the top. So they're like, I might not admit this, but I never would have thought of that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. And I recently started working with a marketing agency because that's one of my biggest challenge is, number one, I don't like selling. So that I think comes across in how the services are marketed. So we're working on really peeling back the layers on the messaging, the positioning statement, so that when someone sees that one line, they're like, you know what? We need to give them a call. And that has been a huge struggle outside of the word of mouth business. That's easy.
And I think that here's what I would say about that, because there's a lot of people that feel the same way about selling. If you wake up every day and you feel good about the fact that when you're helping these clients improve, that you're doing a lot of quote unquote good, right? You're helping patients, you're helping doctors who need it. Your ability to clearly communicate your value gets you to do more of that. So I know it sounds like selling, but right, it's your ability to get you there that actually does it. The other thing that I think is that now that I think about it is, you're always trying to do it as if you're always trying to go to market in a way that you're an N of one, right? And, like for me, not proud of it, started an industry, almost got collapsed, built back up and sold it. I may not be the only guy that happened to, but there aren't that many that have had those unique circumstances. So for you, if you think about where you came from in your background of having actually been inside these practices, I have no doubt that there's others that do what you do that say the same thing. So it's probably not an N of one. I think there's something there in your marketing message as well, right? To really highlight not just a laundry list of degrees and capabilities, but that you are actually inside these practices, right? And saw it firsthand and were part of that. And I think that's part of, you almost want to classify all the other consultants that come in and do this stuff as not having all the capabilities they need.
Mm-hmm. And that's true, because like a lot of the big consulting companies, PW, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Deloitte and Touche, Navigant, they are generally have individuals that have worked in the hospital space, and they try to translate those practices to the physician space. And while the flow of the patient data is the same, it's different. And so those differences.
Let's call that out a little bit. You've worked in multiple settings, right? You've worked in hospital, community hospital.
Yes. Physician offices,
public,
private.
Okay. So what I would do is to say, and I may be overstretching it to say, unless you've worked in every part of the healthcare continuum, meaning all those pieces, unless you've worked in A, B, C, D, E, somebody shouldn't be hiring you to be a consultant, because unless you understand one person that walks in is on Medicare, next person walks in is on a private insurance, the next person